Welcome to the Panic Button.
Welcome,
everyone.
Panic Button. Aren't you glad Pride's over?
Yes, we all are. I'm Nina.
I'm Jessie.
Today we're reacting to a video, and, well, it says this. Joe Rogan dies of laughter when openly gay comedian Tim Dillon goes off on the insanity of Pride Month.
We like Tim Dillon most of the time.
Everyone I grew up with and the generation directly under me, they're all institutionalists. They believe very strongly that knowledge is given through an approved, whether you're at NYU or whether it's the State Department or whether it's a board or whether it's a nonprofit that commissioned a study that proved the thing. A lot of these kids do not think for themselves. And they're not kids. They're in their 30s, by the way. And they're in their 30s or 40s. They don't think for themselves. They've been taught that thinking for themselves is bad. It's racist, or it can lead you down a road that you don't want to go on. It's whatever. It's misogynist. It's homophobic. Like, whatever questions you're asking, like, why do the Padres have to wear gay uniforms?
Can I just say that the people, most of these people who he's talking about are people who are in college, right?
Well, he's talking about people in their 30s and 40s. No, he's not talking about people in colleges at all.
Okay. Well, people who have gone to college.
Yeah, the institutions like he was talking about, yes.
Right. These people are all up others' asses for these things. But you know what they never go after? The colleges that they went to.
Well, no, why would they do that?
Who took advantage of them like nobody's business. They're in debt. Owe tons of money, high interest rates because of the colleges who brainwashed them to not think for themselves, to think a certain way. They never go after the colleges. Have you noticed? The colleges are still charging an arm and a leg, putting people in debt.
Because they can.
You can't get out from underneath that debt. Not unless you die.
Yeah.
Good luck filing for bankruptcy because you can't do it with student loan debt.
Yeah.
So you don't ever see them going after the colleges. Why do you think that is?
They view the colleges, like he was just saying,
as the cult leaders?
From what Tim Dillon said, in his opinion, they view colleges and things like that as these grand institutions who know better than we do. They give us the knowledge, like he was saying. They give us the...
No, they charge you to give you bad knowledge.
But he's saying that that's the approved, like for people specifically in their 30s and 40s, the approved means of getting your knowledge, the approved, what we think is legit, is through colleges. And I don't want to speak for my whole generation, but man, oh man, was I scared of taking out that much like debt for a degree that I don't know if I was going to use. So no, I don't really trust colleges. I do think it'd be nice to have a chance to go to one if I wanted to, but it's too expensive.
Oh, yeah. And it just gets more and more expensive as the years progress.
I'm sure.
Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, as a gay person, I never said why I need the Padres to be gay. Why are the Padres gay?
What does the Padres uniform look like?
They're making them wear, like, gay things on the uniform.
Like pride stuff?
It's like pride stuff. I don't think it's like a dildo on their head, but I think it's like pride stuff.
What happens when they play in Dearborn?
It's not gonna go well. But it's like, why is Citibank gay? Why is Chase gay? What is it? Why does this help anyone? That a corporation is trans? Why is Chobani yogurt trans? What's the point of this? I don't understand. Does this get people health care? Does this make people happy? Does this satisfy?
It makes some people happy.
It makes some people happy that I worry about because I just don't understand. And it makes more people angry. And that's why gay marriage has lost 11 points in support. More people are annoyed. Yeah. They're like, we're all cool with however people want to live their lives. Most people are. But they're like, why is my bank gay?
Yeah.
When did my bank come out as gay? And like, I'm okay with it, but could somebody have told me, like, what are we doing?
That's the thing, is that there was not a large consensus where we all agreed, yeah, let's just make everything gay. Let's push all the gay stuff.
Yeah, we're not Disney.
And all the gender stuff on everybody.
Or Target. Yeah.
We were like, live and let live. You live how you want. I'll live how I want. And I'm not going to flaunt it in your face. And I'm certainly not going to push it on you because However you live is how you live.
Personally,
how I live is how I live.
Personally, the uptick of this I personally saw the most occurred during COVID when everyone wasn't leaving their house, so they had to make a point online that they believed in the things you believe in.
Yeah.
And that's what started this entire thing.
When you push stuff on people, it has the opposite effect. They think, ooh, if we just put this everywhere, people will be more accepting. It has the opposite effect. Think of it like this. Instead of gay stuff, it's Christianity. Now assume that instead of the gay stuff being everywhere, it's Christianity. Instead of the pride flags, it's a Jesus symbol, Jesus on the cross.
Jesus fish everywhere.
Or it's a Bible verse. Would you like it? No. You'd be pissed, wouldn't you? You'd be super pissed. Why are you shoving this in my face? This is not my belief. You could have your belief, but why are you putting it all over the place? You're putting it in movies, the banks, sports, video games, music. It's everywhere. It's too much. If you would feel that way about Christianity, you should feel the same way about the gay shit. It's too much. It's gone overboard. It's gone so crazy that there is no logic in it. Everyone has their own belief within this acronym that makes no sense most of the time. The original gays, we had it figured out. We had it down. We got our marriage. We got our anti-discrimination stuff. We were good. Then they had to push the gender stuff, which goes completely against the gay stuff. Now you got gays against the LGBTQIA plus blah, 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 because you're telling lesbians they have to date men in dresses and you're telling gay men they have to date women in sweatpants. It makes no damn sense.
Yeah.
And people are seeing the infighting and going, you know what? If they can't even get along, how can I get along with them? Especially when they're pushing this stuff everywhere. We don't want our lifestyle pushed on everyone. I don't need my lifestyle pushed on anyone. I don't. Why? Why would I need that? So I can control people? So I can force this guy who doesn't believe in gay marriage to believe in gay marriage? How am I going to do that? By forcing it down his throat? Is that the way to do it? Well, we've seen that work in the past, and it didn't work out very well, did it? Acceptance by force isn't acceptance. Okay.
How'd that work for Hitler?
Not so well.
Sorry, not to bring it to Hitler.
Doesn't make anybody's life better.
Nope.
It is just virtue signaling horseshit that ends up doing the exact opposite of what they want. They think it increases acceptance, it decreases it. Because you're shoving a worldview down someone's throat. Not everyone's going to agree with you. Not everyone's going to agree with you. It's okay. Life is too short.
No, that you want that. You don't want everybody to agree with
No.
you. You want to live in a world of texture.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to live in a world. You want to have the Joey Diaz's of the world.
Totally.
You want to have some wild people out there. They're fun.
And the problem with the generation under
They want to live in a pluribus world.
Yeah.
Where everyone agrees. That's not, you can't have a melting pot of people from different backgrounds, different races, different belief systems, and have them all agree on the same stuff. That's not how it works.
Go join a cult.
You might as well move to like Norway, somewhere that's all white, right? They've got their socialism going on with their capitalism. It's all working out fine for them, I guess. I don't know for a fact, but from what I've heard, what I've read. But then that's not a melting pot. So you got to take the good with the bad. You can't have it your way. You can't say, right.
Sorry.
We want
McDonald's. You said Burger King.
We want Africans and we want Muslims. We want them all here in our country, but we want them to all agree on the same stuff that's inclusive and is loving and accepting.
I'm pretty sure I just saw this in a different video.
That's not gonna work.
I would love for us all to get together and sing Kumbaya, but
And
that's
get
not how
along
it works.
and all believe the same stuff. But then it gets boring.
Doesn't it get dull and boring?
Yeah.
I'm not saying, I don't want them to hate me for being gay, but if you don't like me because I'm gay, I'm also not going to fight you. I'm not going to give you problems. Just don't make it illegal. Bing.
You want people to think for themselves, but you don't want them to think for themselves.
Well, and you also don't want them to think for you. You want people to think for themselves, but you don't want them to think for you. Mm-hmm. That's a big thing.
You don't want the government to control people, but you want to control people. What they say and how they think, because it offends certain people. But those certain people who are getting offended can say certain things that offend other people.
Because they get a free pass at it?
Yeah, but that's okay because of oppression. Well, you're the white person who's saying that white people. I mean, it just goes into like this deep dark hole of crazy ideology.
Hey, watch out! They like deep dark holes.
They do.
Yeah, that's a Wednesday for them.
It's just like the more you listen to the belief system of people who are pushing this shit down everyone's throat, the more it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Logistically, it makes no sense. And if you ask them straight out, they can't answer. They just get mad.
To me, is they're all very like this, and they all went to the same liberal arts schools that have taught them like this orderly way of processing information, and they're all afraid to they say things. They say them in a very the rape gang, they're gangs that are raping. Well, that's bad, but there's a lot of, I don't know, it's been proven, and there's a lot of racism. They just always, they're so afraid of having an independent thought because they've been programmed their entire lives. They don't realize it. They've been programmed their entire lives to believe a certain set of things, and their self-worth depends on those things mattering.
Yeah.
The school you went to, the internship you got, the corporation whose dick you have to suck, sometimes literally, to stay in it. That is where they derive their self-worth from. So their entire world crumbles if you challenge any of their ideas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's very confusing for young people, because the whole thing acts like a religion. It acts like a cult, and you have to kind of go along with every aspect of it or you'll be excommunicated.
Yeah.
You'll be kicked out, just like you get kicked out of Scientology.
You get kicked out.
Yeah.
Same.
That's true. I was just watching a documentary on it's like a cult of models on HBO. And
They do seem like a cult, honestly, models.
they did the same thing. It's like bring all the pretty people. It was something like that. And it's the same playbook, just a different cult. Holy Hell, another documentary on a cult. Does the same thing. Scientology does the same thing. Religious extremists, very, very similar. So, people are looking for a group of people that are accepting
of that.
that think the same way that they do, that wants to make the world a better place or wants to make them better, and then they just end up in a cult and they don't even realize it until they get out of it after they've been ostracized for having one opinion that deviates from the dogma. You know?
Yeah, I know.
And by that time, you've already completely ruined your relationships with your family,
Friends, work.
A lot of the time, their families aren't even bad. They care about the person, and they're like, "This doesn't seem right." And then they go, "Oh, well, you don't like what I'm doing. Well, then I can't talk to you ever again."
Yep.
And then by the time they figure out that they were in a cult, their parents have died, and they can't make up with them. They've broken their mother's heart or someone else that they care about.
Their sister's dead or whatever the case is.
Anyway, I understand that young people are looking for community, especially if they don't get along with their parents, which a lot of young people don't. I get it. Been there, done that. But there are bad people in this world, believe it or not. And those are the ones they usually pretend to be good people. And they're very good at manipulating and gaslighting, making you believe things and that you came up with it. But it's all just a tactic to get you reeled into this ideological cult in order to use you for their whatever it is they want to do.
Their cult purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever it is they're trying to do, that you're the stupid person that they're going to use because they saw you coming a mile away. They don't go after people who think for themselves that push back. They go after people who are easy to manipulate through emotion a lot of the time. So anyway,
like, comment, and subscribe.
like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment,
everyone.
subscribe.
Hype up this video if you're on your phone. And we'll see
Yeah.
you in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.